Hello and welcome to the Hawks Nest. Tonight we bring you OCAA men's volleyball. The 16-0 Humber Hawks welcome in the 11-6 Redeemer Royals. I'm Andrew Milani alongside the malleable Matt Caldwell here for this penultimate game of the Humber Hawks regular season. And Matt, that front line for Humber, Crowder, Fedari, and Sadiku has been so important for that team. What do you guys say about them?
There really isn't much to say. They've absolutely been the definition of a three-headed monster. Each one of those guys is so good from at the net, whether they're defending or offense. It's incredible how dominant that these three players have been for Humber all year long.
And how about that weekend road trip? 2-0, successful road trip to Boreal and Cambrian, and Maximum Crowder had a great day there in his hometown.
Yeah, Maximum Crowder having a little bit of a day in his hometown of Sudbury. Recorded a career-high 14 kills with an almost 50% hitting percentage. So he had a game to himself, and probably look to have something similar here tonight. We
got to look at the OCAA West standings. Humber sitting at top, 16-0, only dropping 2 sets all season. The last set they dropped was all the way back November 23rd in Conestoga. And Humber could be catching up to what could be an all-time best here. They'd only dropped 3 sets back in 1999. Looks like that could be making something close to that here.
Yeah, definitely. That's probably going to be on the minds of a couple of the players, probably on the mind of head coach Wayne Wilkins. But either way, he's probably going to want his Humber Hawks to just continue playing the way they are playing, and everything should fall into place.
They will be headed to that crossover match. It's pretty much set up that they will be playing Centennial, most likely here at the Hawks Nest, sometime in the next couple weeks. And if they win that one, and of course they're on to the OCAA championships. They've not won since 2012, so it will be a big chance here, especially with this team. It really looks like they could go all the way, and if things go well, even the national championship.
Yeah, these guys are definitely hungry, and they've been hungry all year long. And that's really evident by how well they've been playing through from guy 1 all the way to the guy at the bottom of the roster. It doesn't matter. Everybody's been sort of getting involved, and they're just going to want to push hard right to the end.
Yeah, certainly a tight-knit group here as we got to look at the huddle here as we get ready. We're getting closer to game time here at the Hawks Nest. Closer to seeing if these Hawks can extend that streak to 17 here.
Yeah, and it might be a little bit tough, especially sort of getting that first pass to where they want. As
we'll hand things over to the starting lineups here. No surprise there as the usual suspects start for the Humber Hawks here. They're fired up after that great opening. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that.
Oh, never. Always gets me, get those goosebumps going, gets you pumped up, gets you ready to watch. Pretty good game of volleyball that we are getting set right now.
Battle of two of the top teams in the OCAA West. Humber sitting at number 1, 16-0. Redeemer at number 3 at 11-6. Humber trying to keep that perfect streak alive, have not dropped a set in quite a while, almost 4 months. We're just about ready, just waiting for that umpire signal. Humber making the unusual decision to allow the visiting team on that left side of the screen there. The left first serve. Daniel Wolfort to get us started. The ball basket there in his way. That's a first. Here we go. Controlled by the Hawks, set up by Gomes. Big hit there. Sadiku gets us started.
And that's exactly how these Humber Hawks wanted to get it started. Good pass by Kim, good set by Gomes, and a good finish by Sadiku.
Gomes, 87 service aces all time. A big one there. 2-0 Hawks straight away. And that sends the Hawks bench into a frenzy.
Yeah, Crowder only needs one more ace to pass Cameron Wilkins for 4th on the all-time list.
And he gets it. Jake Gomes, number 4 all-time in Humber service aces.
He only needed 2 touches with the serve, and that milestone is past him as he's going to try to look to continue to climb that stat sheet.
Ooh, an error there. Couldn't quite get that number 4 spot all to himself. He'll still stay tied with Cameron Wilkins for now.
Yeah, just trying a little bit of some tricky stuff there. After 2 bullet of service, he tried to go with that soft stuff and just couldn't quite get it over the net.
William Winklehorst with the serve. Awkwardly deflected into the net. Hawks keep it alive. Free ball here for the Royals. Set up and sent back. Hawks have it now. Gomes sets it up. Big hit there. Still kept in the air. And there's the there's Maximum Crowder with the Jake Gomes special. Thought it was him. That's usually what we see from Gomes.
Yeah, always seeing that type of thing from Jake Gomes. Maximum Crowder taking a book out of his book, taking a page out of his book, and finding some nice open court.
Sadiku with the serve. Powerful one there, but misses on that near side.
Yeah, just tried to paint that line down in front of him and just maybe got a little bit too much of that sideways action as that one tailed out of bounds.
Redeemer serve now. That's Trevor Koch. Eduardo Silva Ferreira couldn't quite get a clean hand on that as he deflects it behind him. Redeemer's just within 1 now. It's 4-3.
Yeah, Silva Ferreira maybe taking part in some of that pregame popcorn.
I gotta say, that popcorn's pretty irresistible.
Definitely smells pretty good, but yeah, just something Eduardo Silva Ferreira just gotta make sure he pays a little bit more attention on having those strong hands. Make sure he can make a good pass.
Maximum Crowder with the serve. Floats that one over. Controlled by the Royals. Floated over, deflected right back. Chance here for Redeemer. A big hit. Deflected out of bounds by the Hawks, and Redeemer's back within 1.
Yeah, big hit there by Redeemer. Joshua Fedari was there for the block, just unfortunately couldn't get enough skin on it to put it back into the Redeemer side of the court.
Another Redeemer serve here. Set up by Gomes. Big hit there. Andrew Blakey got all of that one.
Yeah, Andrew Blakey doing what he does oh so well there with that meter ball set, just burying it.
One of the biggest men on the court, standing at 6'8". It's going to be a tough one there for Redeemer to guard him. Serve is up, a rocket there. Just catches the back line of the court. Joshua Fedari making a good one there.
That was a very good spot on the court from the rookie phenom that is Joshua Fedari.
See if you can go 2 for 2. Another rocket, but right into the net. Chance for Redeemer now to get back within 1. Braden Stauffer is on the line. Puts it up, and that's way long. Humber's back on top by 3.
Yeah, definitely got more of the fingers than he wanted to there on that one. That one, yeah, and just absolutely sailed way out the back end. As it's going to be Silva Ferreira now from the service line.
Serve is up, controlled by the libero. It's set up over the net. Gomes puts it up in the air. It's for Fedari. Barely kept alive, but it's in the air. Slap back to the Humber side. Gomes once again. Redeemer scrambling. Big chance here. Free ball for the Hawks. Gomes sets it up. Fedari. Another rocket there. And another point for the Hawks. They're up by 4.
Yeah, Fedari absolutely just laying it right at Wesley Skillstraw. As, yeah, you gotta have a pretty hard time with that when something that hard is coming at you.
Silva Ferreira once again. Set up here, a nice backward pass. Cross court shot way long. It's gonna be another point for the Hawks. They're up 10-5.
Yeah, so far early in this one, the Hawks are looking mighty comfortable.
Silva Ferreira once again. Set up here. Big block there. Redeemers scrambling. Another big hit off that front line, and it deflects in. Redeemers back on the board.
Yeah, usually Blakey, oh so good at that net. Got a hold of that first block just fine, but that second one there just kind of going off of his left elbow there.
Yeah, tough play from there. That was a rocket headed his way. Jason Wildeboer at the line. This Humber bench just does not let up. A lot of hooting and hollering from them. And a point for the Hawks.
Yeah, and sometimes when you got a bench that is just as loud as the crowd here in the audience, it can kind of get into your head. As, you know, if you're a Redeemer and you see that bench dancing around, jumping around, having a good time, you know that the guys on the court are having a good time as well.
Nice serve there, controlled by the Royals. Gets out right through the block. Gomes is going to set it up. Big hit there. Royals got it. All over that was Sadiku. Another point for Humber.
And Humber doing a really good job of focusing their attack right at that libero. Skillstraw, as he's really had to handle everything that Humber is throwing at these Redeemer Royals.
And up 12-6, Redeemers coach Brad Dois has seen enough. He's going to call timeout. We have some of the highlights from that first part of the first set. This Hawks, players on the bench are so much energy. They're going to warm up while their team's going to take a break, or their starters rather take a break.
Yeah, Humber always doing that with their guys that are sitting on the bench. They get them going, doing a little bit of pepper here during the timeout just to keep them fresh. As, you know, with how deep this bench is, you know, having all these guys ready to go at a moment's notice is really good, because then you can give your starters maybe a little bit of a break. Maybe somebody isn't quite having the game that they want, and you can make the subs as you see necessary.
As we know, Humber, with both the men's and women's volleyball teams, certainly a lot of depth, and they like to showcase that a little bit. Blakey will continue to get served here. Up 12-6, a great start for Humber in this one. Serve is up by Blakey. It's up there, a big hit there. Can't get that one over, and that's going to be a point for the Hawks once again.
Yeah, big swing there, but Maximum Crowder and Razar Sadiku doing oh so well getting over there and making that block look as big as possible.
Yeah, we come to expect those big plays at the front line from those guys. Blakey served right into the net, tried to go cross court, couldn't get it.
Yeah, not a bad try there, as for the most part, these Humber servers have been going right at the libero. That time trying to maybe switch things up there, try to catch Redeemer off guard. And unfortunately, just didn't quite have the spot.
Gomes puts that one up. Sadiku. And a kill for him there. Humber doubling up Redeemer 14-7.
Man, Razor Sadiku is one of the best at finding those seams in the block of the defensive team. Razor doing a really good job there, finding that one little seam he needed between the three blocking players.
And they just put a dangerous man in the line. Jake Gomes going for the serve. Big one there. Kept alive. Gomes puts it up for Sadiku. It's deflected back. And another point for the Hawks, putting Gomes back on the line.
And that's something that a Redeemer is sort of falling into a little bit. They know that when Razor Sadiku is going for the swing, they're going to try to get three guys in front of him to try to make sure they stop whatever damage he's doing early.
Gomes barely gets that one over the net. Set up by the Royals. Big block. Another point for the Hawks, and they're on a serious roll here, Matt.
Huge block by Razor Sadiku there. That one went absolutely straight down, 90-degree angle, nothing to it.
Jake Gomes once again is tied number 4 for service aces all-time in Humber history. And he just grabbed the number 4 all by himself. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, it seems like every game this year, Jake Gomes is breaking some sort of record, moving up on the all-time set list, all-time service aces list, you name it.
Puts that one right into the net. You know, when you do get those service aces, you're going to make some errors, and he makes one there. Still a comfortable lead for the Hawks, up 17-8.
Yeah, definitely a strong start here to this one.
William Winklehurst to serve for the Royals. Kim puts that one back. Ferreira over to Sadiku. It's a free ball for the Royals. Partially blocked there. Kim puts it up. Gomes sets it up. Vidari couldn't get all that one. Royals scrambling. Free ball here for the Hawks now. Gomes over to Crowder. Deflected out of bounds, and another point for the Hawks.
And a pretty good job there by both teams, having a little bit of a rally. Fidari doing a really good job there on that one set to do everything he can to make sure that ball went on the proper side of the antenna to keep that rally going.
Sadiku about ready to serve. We saw that classic shoulder roll of his.
The chicken wing, as they call it.
Yeah. Big hit there, but Kim was right on the spot there. Big hit. Gomes tried to get control, couldn't. Point there for the Hawks.
Yeah, Humber will definitely take that one as Redeemer putting it down, but absolutely making all the contact with the net, forcing that ball to stay on Humber's side.
Hawks now up 18-9. Sadiku, a big shot there, but that misses the court.
Just barely out the back end there. Sadiku, oh so well from the service line, can put so much behind it.
Hawks still up by 10, so a lot of wiggle room for them. That one misses, and they go shot for shot.
Yeah, Coach trying a little bit of a float serve. Unfortunately, just kind of floated out the back end.
Hawks up 20-9 in the first set. Great start. Trying to put the finishing touches on this one.
And that's definitely something Redeemer is going to try to avoid as much as possible, giving up those unforced errors.
Stefan Manning seeing his first action of the game. Puts that up. Sadiku sets it up. Tried to float it over the net. Couldn't. It's going to be a point for the Royals.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy read there by the Royals defense, going with all three guys at the net going up for that block, as really Silva Ferreira had really nowhere to go with that one.
Change here as Manning will quickly come off the court. Kim sets it up. Nice step there from Gomes to Silva Ferreira. Hawks get the point back, now up 21-10.
And Daniel Wolfhard with a pretty good read there on the block. Just unfortunate there as Ferreira doing a really good job just going off the arm and out.
Joshua Fedare's serve misses long, and the Redeemer Royals get that one back as they're just starting to trade points here now at the end of the first set.
Yeah, at the end here, Humber is starting to have a little bit of trouble from the service line.
Royal serve. Sadiku gets that one. Gomes setting it up. Big hit there. Another point for the Hawks.
Yeah, and a really good point there by Humber as Sadiku doing a really good job. A really nice pass over to Jake Gomes. And, you know, from there, Gomes knows exactly what to do with that one. And Ferreira with the finish.
And Silva gets the serve there. Big hit. Right in a prime spot there. Silva Ferreira, no chance. Redeemer's back within 10.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a janky play, almost catching Humber a little bit off guard as that sort of looked like an awkward back set over to Stoffers, but Stoffers doing a good job finishing.
Jason Wildeboer back on the service line. Set up there for Sadiku. Controlled by the Royals. Big hit partially blocked. Fedari keeps it up. Set up by Gomes. Right to Sadiku off the block and for a point.
And it seems like every single time that the Royals decide to go with only a two-man block on Sadiku, Sadiku makes no mistake. As that is something that Humber is just going to want to keep weary that Redeemer is going to try to get big in front of your big hitters.
Christopher Bowen getting ready for the serve. Second best setter on the team. Just barely clears the net. Off the block and will be another point for the Royals. So they're still down by 10. Humber getting ready to put the finishing touches on the first set. Daniel Wolfort. Here's the serve.
Pretty good effort there with that serve. Just barely missing that back line there. Pretty good spot here we have as, that one just missed by inches.
Yeah, not far off at all. Now send the dangerous man, Jake Gomes, to the service line. We all know the type of damage he could do from back there. There's a rocket there, but just barely misses that back edge of the court.
Yeah, good call there by Redeemer, recognizing that that one's not going to quite have the spin it needs to get that sinking action and drop it in the back of the court. Good call there by Redeemer.
Redeemer still needing a 10-0 run here. William Winklehurst on the line. Just barely clears the net. That's going to be a point for the Royals.
And those are the type of bounces that you definitely want to see if you are a Redeemer fan, having them try to climb themselves back into this one.
Winklehurst trying to go with back-to-back service aces. But instead he gets a service error, and that will do it for the first set. Humber win that one by a wide margin, 25-14.
Yeah, the Humber Hawks looking absolutely comfortable out there in their home court, really showing why they are 16-0.
We'll get a look at some of the highlights from that first set. A couple of big plays made from either side. Big block there by Blakey and Sadiku. And a kill there by Sadiku.
And Sadiku showing off what he can do on both sides of the court. We'll see another block there.
Now look at some of the work Jake Gomes has done from the service line. A big ace there. So tough to defend that, and here he goes again.
Yeah, and especially if he starts mixing in that little bit of that float serve, that front court type of serve. You put something like that in the head of the defending team, and then they have really no idea where the ball is going to go, who's it going to come to, how hard it's going to come at them. So if Jake Gomes can get himself sort of mixing his serves, he could be even more dangerous than he already is.
Yeah, let's see if he incorporates that little bit of the float serve into his repertoire. as the game goes on, but Sadiku already with 5 kills in this one. He's been pretty dominant on the block and on the offense as well.
Yeah, Sadiku been all over the court, has made a couple of good digs as well to keep his team alive and able to get that good finish. Humber just all in all playing really, really good volleyball here after the first set.
Yeah, nothing to complain about there at all. Big first set that Humber took. Look there at the Humber bench as they warm up, or at least the bench players warming up for that, just in case they're called on for action, while the starters get just that little bit more rest on the bench. Well, head coach Wayne Wilkins, 26th year here for the Humber Hawks, is a little bit of words.
Yeah, probably not too much to go over if you are Wayne Wilkins with his starters, as yeah, they've been doing it really well on both sides of the ball, and they're definitely going to look to continue that role here.
Starters back on the court, still about 40 seconds before the timer here runs out before the start of the second set. And Redeemer, they got a few things to figure out there. What do you think they got to do to get back in this one in the second set?
I think, yeah, probably the biggest thing is just making sure you're avoiding the unforced errors as much as possible, especially with how potent the Humber offense is. The more free points you give them, the bigger the hole you're digging yourself. So I think Redeemer just has to clean it up a little bit on the service line and try to avoid the unforced errors as much as possible.
Humber 13-3 at home all time versus Redeemer, so definitely won't be easy for the Royals to crawl back into this one, but this game not over by any stretch of the imagination. Still a lot of volleyball left to be played here tonight. No surprise, Jake Gomes getting first serve here for the Hawks.
And it's not like these Redeemers or these Redeemer Royals are a team that's low on the standings. They're sitting right up at the top there with Humber in third place, sort of nipping at the heels. So, you know, Redeemer, if they start to find themselves with a little bit of roll, especially with how good their serving is, can be really dangerous if you're Humber.
Here's the man himself, Jake Gomes. Served a rocket there. That hit there a little too strong. An early point here for Redeemer.
Yeah, Crowder immediately sort of taking responsibility for that one. My bad, boys, he says, as he tried to go with that little bit of a ping-pong play and just sailing out of the back of the court.
Winklehorst on the service line. 22 aces on the season coming into this one. It's up there by Gomes, and a big hit. Humber ties it right back up.
And there you go. You got to like it if you're Maximum Crowder. You make a little bit of a mistake in the play before, pick yourself right up in the play after. Good job there by Crowder.
Rezard Sadiku going onto the service line. 15 aces coming into this game. Kim gets it. Throw it right back over. Throw it right back over again. A good play there. Redeemer gets the lead, 2-1.
Yeah, a little bit more of that back and forth ping pong kind of play, as Redeemer probably going with the wise choice there, just firing it into that back open part of the court as that Humber defense kind of collapsed onto the net.
Trevor Koch's serve is pretty good. A big hit there by Silva Ferreira, but just barely misses. Redeemer up 3-1. Up there by Gomes. Big hit by Fedari, deflected off of Wolford there. Humber back within one. It's 3-2.
Josh Fedari with 2 kills to his name here in this one. Humber finding themselves down for the first time.
Maximum Crowder had a big game on Sunday. Big hit there, hits the ground, and will be a point for the Royals. Royals reclaiming that 2-point lead. They're up 4-2 early in the second set.
And that's more the cleaner type of play that head coach Brad Dowis is looking for in his Redeemer Royals.
Gomes sets that one up, a big hit. kept alive, scrambling on that one where the Royals, they can't get to it. And the Hawks are back within one.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there for the Redeemer Royals, as it looked like Wolfert and Kosh were both going for that at the same time. They were able to get it up, but just because both of them were going for it at the same time, there was no one to make the pass.
Joshua Fedari, a strong serve there. Slipped over the net by the Royals. And a nice job there. The Jake Gomes special, look at it there. Tying things up for Humber 4-4.
Yeah, Jake Gomes saying right back at you after Wolfhart tried to do something similar.
Joshua Fedari serving once again. Another rocket deflected right to the umpire on the steps there.
Yeah, and even the chair umpire trying to get his touches in.
As he calmly took the ball. Not fazed by that one at all. Fedari once again with the serve. Bigot there just barely kept off the ground. Just slapped over the net. Silva was battling for it over the net. He gets it over and wins that one. Humber back on top by 2.
Yeah, Braden Stouffer's doing everything he can to try to get that ball over the net. Doing it even in a little bit of an unorthodox kind of slap.
Fedari's serving, setting a roll there. Flipped over the net by the Redeemer player, but just wide.
Yeah, Wolfhart trying to help his teammate out there as he sort of saw that was probably going to go out of bounds, trying to add that little bit of a deflection to make it drop into Humber court, and wasn't able to do so.
Fedari tried to continue his roll, another strong serve. Bigot there, cross court, and a point for the Royals. They're back within 2.
And Humber continuing their strong serve, but the libero, Wesley Skillstraw, doing a really good job making consistent passes continually through this one.
Stouffer's strong serve, that's kept alive. Set up here, Fedari, a strong hit. That won't count. Violation against the Hawks on that play.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. As that is going to keep Redeemer at the service line. Braden Stouffer's the third-year player.
Strong one there right over the net, but that's going to be a serving violation on him.
Yeah, a little tippy-toe catching the line there on the jump serve, as the little bit of an error from Humber is responded with a little bit of an error by Redeemer.
Silva Ferreira, a chance here to extend the Humber lead. Set up by the Royals. Flipped over the net, but a big block. Humber back on top by 3 now.
And, Jake Gomes getting in on that defense there, not usually seeing him make too many blocks, as, he's the setter and his job is the second hit, but doing a good job there, making a good read and getting his arms up and big.
Set up here, a big hit right there on the money was Blakey. Nice play there by him to get it over, but couldn't get it in.
Yeah, I tried to go with that little finesse play, just trying to drop it right in on the line. And just kind of flicked it a little bit too far out of bounds.
Wildeboer now on the service line. One of the best servers for the Royals, 34 aces on the season. That one went wide. Humber leads 10-7. Blakey getting ready to serve. It's up, set up by the Royals. It's going to be a point for the Hawks.
Yeah, Royals trying that meter ball, but Maximum Crowder making a really good read there as he was all over that one, no mistake.
Blakey serve. Way long on that one, handing a point to the Royals. Wolfert on the service line. 30-year player from Cambridge. Teams exchanging service errors there. Humber back on top by 4 now. It's 12-8.
It's been a little bit of a theme here in this set number 2. Seems both teams are sort of trade each other with some errors.
Let's see if Jake Gomes can get on a run here. Certainly capable. Kept alive. Wolford sets it up. Hit there. That'll land out of bounds, though. Will be a point for the Hawks. Sending Jake Gomes back to the line.
Just narrowly out of bounds and just narrowly missing that block of Maximum Crowder and Rezard Sadiku.
Jake Gomes serve. It's up here. Wolfert puts it up. So Ferrero's got it. Gomes is going to set it up. There for Sadiku. Couldn't get that one to hit the ground. Just gets that one over Fedari. Lands inbounds and a point for Redeemer.
That's the first time we've seen Brett Jenkins here in this one. Getting a couple touches there. The first one making a little bit of a mistake, kind of whiffing on it a little bit, but the second one making good on the little touch and drops it in on the line.
Winklehurst's serve just barely clears the net. Fedari, a big right arm, but that misses.
And Fedari, another big swing there, just couldn't get on top of it the way he's usually capable of, as that one just sailing out the back.
Winklehurst back on the service line. Trailing by 3. It's 13-10 for Humber.
Yeah, Redeemer doing a good job of sticking with Humber here in this set number 2.
Yeah, they were doing much the same early in that first set, but Humber eventually pulled away. Let's see if the same thing happens here. As Sadiku goes to the service line.
Yeah, all it really takes is one of these Humber Hawks just to get hot at the service line.
One of the best servers on the team gets it over. Big hit there. Humber's got it. Kim puts it up. They're just going to have to throw it back off the block. Set up once again. Off the block again. Humber just throws it over. Free chance here for the Hawks. Let's see what they can make of it. So Ferreira, that's over but blocked. And another big point for Redeemer. They're back within 3.
Yeah, Brett Jenkins making his name known here. As soon as he enters this game, he is able to get a kill and a huge block there on Eduardo Silva Ferreira.
Brett Jenkins with the serve. Gomes sets it up. Big hit by Fedari. It's deflected but kept alive. Big right arm there, but that swing misses. Another point for the Hawks. It's 15-11.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Redeemer as they did a pretty good job scrambling and able to get that pass to the setter, just unable to make the finish.
Maximum Crowder on the line. Puts that ball up. Controlled here by the Royals. Big swing there, but that's blocked. It's going to be a point for the Royals, though.
Yeah, Humber absolutely throwing the Great Wall of Humber up there for that attack, but just unfortunately Josh Fedari wasn't quite at that angle he needed to deflect that back into the court.
Kim puts it up. A nice setup there for Silva Ferreira. No mistake there as he finds center court for the Humber point.
Yeah, Silva Ferreira making no mistake indeed, absolutely laying that one. As Silva Ferreira, when he's only got one guy up against him on the block, really is oh so good at avoiding it and able to make the finish.
Fedari's gone back to the service line. Let's see what he could do here. Another rocket controlled by the Royals. Let's set up. Big swing there, but right into the block. Silva Ferreira and Blakey all over that one.
Yeah, that Great Wall of Humber is in full effect here in set number 2. As when they get comfortable there at the front of the net, becomes oh so dangerous.
Not a bad looking serve there by Fedari, but just misses that back line. Royals still hanging around, though they're down by 4. It's 17-13. Running out of opportunities here.
Yeah, running out of lives here in set number 2, but Redeemer still very much in this one.
Kept up there. Big hit there and a point for the Hawks. They're back up by 5. Nice hit there by Blakey.
that textbook meter ball set between Jake Gomes and Andrew Blakey. Making no mistake, we've seen that all too often this year.
That will send Silva Ferreira to the service line. Attempt is good. Battle at the net. That'll be won by Humber, says the umpire. 19-13.
Yeah, William Winklehorst taking a little bit of a hard spill there. Looking at his elbow. Everybody seems to be okay, though. As it's Silva Ferreira once again.
Just waiting for the signal from the umpire. He gets it. The serve. That misses.
Eduardo having a little bit of a hard time there trying to find that consistency in the float serve, as that's happened to him a couple times today, giving up a point off of an unforced error.
Wildeboer with the serve. Just about getting ready for it. Puts it up, the hit. It's good. Gomes sets it up. Big hit there. Humber back on top by 6. They're up 20-14 as Blakey gets ready to serve.
Yeah, Humber just, needless to say, they are looking comfortable out there. Even though, they have made a couple of unforced errors, they still just look absolutely dominant out there.
That one just barely catching the line. Redeemer thought that one was out. And Blakey has himself a service ace.
Yeah, that was Stoffers there on the line there. Thought it was out indeed, but yeah, just painting that frame of the court is Blakey.
He'll try again. Just a mental error there made by Braden Stoffers.
Yeah, Stoffers just didn't quite look ready for that one. Wasn't quite sure if he wanted to put his hands up and make that volley.
Yeah, kind of caught in no man's land there. Blakey once again. Put up. Hawks let that go out of bounds, and that'll be another point. They're starting to run away with this one, just trying to put the finishing touches here on set number 2.
Yeah, and unfortunate there for Redeemer, because Winklehorst was in a very good position to be able to return that sort of spike from Maximum Crowder, as we see a very nice service ace there for the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, the Redeemer players weren't happy about that one, but clearly from our angle, you can see it. That definitely caught court.
Yeah, definitely caught the court indeed, as Blakey staying on the service line.
Chance to finish up this set. Gets away a little bit from the Royals, but a big hit off the block, and that will do it for set number 2.
A big swing there, and an even bigger block to finish this one off, as we have an identical set 1 and set 2 there, as Humber takes that one 25-14.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a very closer second set, but Hawks managing to pull away right at the end there and pull out the 25-14 set 2 victory as we get a look at some of the highlights.
And as I mentioned before, Humber just looking absolutely dominant out there on the court, from everything from serving to hitting, passing, blocking. They have been absolutely all over these Redeemer Royals, and it shows.
Even though someone like Sadiq, who had a very big first set with 5 kills, only had won that one, but it really doesn't matter with this team as they get it done as a team. They don't really care who gets that kill or that point.
Exactly. I mean, when you got so many guys that can do it, when you've got Fedari, you've got Blakey, you've got Eduardo Silva Ferreira. There's just so many people. I could go on and on and on about who Jake Gomes could go to again and again and again. And yeah, like as you said, it doesn't really matter who it is. Humber is just all over it.
Live look there at Howie the Hawk throwing out free swag here at the Hawks Nest. One of the many fun things that can happen. You never know when you're going to get a free t-shirt. How about this first hat? Sadiku, Ferreira, and Fedari, all top 10 in the OCAA in swing percentage, so some very efficient players as well for the Hawks.
Yeah, exactly. And when you have 3 guys who are as dangerous as them, swinging as much as they do, it is no surprise why Humber has only dropped 2 sets all season long.
If they keep this up, could be considered one of the best teams in Humber volleyball history. One of the best is considered that 99 team when they dropped Only 3 sets all year, although there was a lot shorter of a schedule back then with less teams in the division. Now, of course, there's 9 teams in the OCAA West that they have to compete with for 18 total games. So that just makes it even more impressive now. And a look there at the Humber bench, getting ready for set number 3. Still about a minute to go, but I think they're ready. And of course, the last look at the last time the Hawks did win that national championship in volleyball, 2012. Will certainly have a shot this year as they're the #1 ranked national team.
Yeah, they're going to try to add to this ever-expanding collection of banners that we have here at the Hawks Nest.
Bannerville, as it's sometimes like to called.
Yeah,
it's a little cheesy for my taste, but you got to respect it.
Well, I mean, you know, it's when you come into this gym for the first time and you see all the banners saying that the Humber Hawks have won this, that, and this, it's no surprise at all that once again Humber bringing a very competitive team to the court.
I believe Humber's at 52 national championships and counting. Chance for a few more here, of course. Humber will be hosting the men's basketball national championships. Last time Humber hosted that tournament, they won against their arch rival Sheridan. Could be a big one here, but of course we're talking volleyball now. Hawks looking good in this one, up 2-0, trying to close things out here.
Yeah, just kind of going back to that basketball note, the NCAA, they've got their March Madness. Well, we're going to have our own March Madness here at the Humber Hawks Nest for the Nationals.
The teams from all over the country will be flying in for that one. Sure to be great. That swing by the Royals lands out of bounds, and Humber up early 1-0 in the third set.
Yeah, Winklehorst just couldn't quite get on top of that one, try to bury it into the court. Maybe just getting a little bit more fingers than palm than he wanted.
Jake Gomes, he's been oh so good from that service line tonight. And of course the commentator's curse kicks right in.
Yep, if it doesn't happen once, then it's not a proper game here at the Humber Hawks Nest.
Winklehorst as well has been pretty good from the service line. Let's see what he does. That one's good. Kim sets that one up. Gomes puts that one in a perfect place for Crowder. And a point there, Humber back on top.
And Gomes, oh so good at putting that ball on the tee for his hitters, as Maximum Crowder made no mistake with that one.
The Rizart Sadiku. Powerful serve there, that's good. Scrambling a little bit were the Royals. Free ball here for the Hawks. Kim. Gomes sets it up. Big hit there, Silva Ferreira. And the point, Humber is up 3-1.
Eduardo Silva Ferreira feeling himself after that one. Doing a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump there after that very nice kill.
Sadiku once again. Great serve there, he gets the ace.
Sadiku taking a little bit off of that one, but still able to find that very nice spot, painting that back line.
Averaging over 40% service aces per set. Big hit there. Big hit there for the Royals. Sadiku keeps it alive right into the bench, though. That's going to be a point for the Royals.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there as the bench kind of got in the way of Gomes and Fedari trying to make that play.
Yeah, kind of right in the middle of the bench. Or everyone would have had to split. Not easy. Gomes sets that up. Big hit there for Crowder. Can't get that one ready. But that sent the Royals scrambling. And another Hawks point.
Yeah, so far here, Gomes and Crowder on the same page, as Crowder has really taken it to the Redeemer Royals here in this one.
4 kills on the day for him. Here's his serve. Just flipped over the net there. That's Blakey.
Yeah, Blakey, that's an easy play for Andrew Blakey. Done that time and time again all season long. No mistake there from the middle of the court. Putting it straight down.
Here's Maximum Crowder once again. Floated over the block there. Gomes will set it up. Sadiku, a big hit, but right into the net.
Yeah, going with the backcourt set for Sadiku. Sadiku usually making no mistake with those ones, just there. Not quite getting the contact he wanted, putting it into the mesh.
Owen Van Heusen hasn't seen much of this game. Gomes sets it up. Big hit there for Fedari. He got all of that one.
He got all of that one, to say the least, as that's going to bring him to the service line here. Try to continue his pretty good night.
We know how dangerous he can be from there. Serve is up. That was a powerful one. Oh, great one there. Unfortunately, just a little too much on that one, sending it out of bounds.
Yeah, trying to sacrifice the body there to try to make the play. Just unfortunately carrying just a little bit too much momentum into that bump. That one's going to sail out of bounds.
Stauffer is getting ready to serve. That one misses wide.
And Redeemer once again just giving up those unforced errors that have definitely been the difference here in this one, as those unforced errors have really put the Redeemer on the back foot and have kept them there.
Sadiku flips that one up. Gomes sets it up for Blakey. Kept alive by the Royals. Their chance at the attack. Kim keeps it up. Nice flip there by Jake Gomes. Classic Jake Gomes on that one.
I mean, he really is so good at that. He is so good at making that decision of when to go over into. I mean, take a look at a replay whenever we see it. There was no one from Redeemer who would have been anywhere near the ball to make the play there.
Yeah, he makes it look like he's going to set up, then all of a sudden it's on the floor. Royals flip that one over. Nice play there.
Yeah, the Royals giving Humber a little bit of the taste of their own medicine with that meter ball set. Working effectively there. And keeping Redeemer on the heels of the Humber Hawks, only down by 4.
Yeah, Hawks have been up basically the entirety of this third set, but Royals finding ways to stick around. Serve is up. Sadiku keeps it up. Gomes back to Sadiku. He's getting away from the Royals, and that's going to be another point for Humber, up by 5.
And Razard showing off how good he is at finding those seams in the block. They're doing a really good job just powering it through the hands of Wolfert.
Andrew Blakey. Serve is up. Sadiku. Gomes sets it up for, that was Crowder. Didn't look like he got all of that one, but that's going to be deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the play that Gomes and Crowder drew up, but they'll take it either way as Crowder kind of swung through that one, giving Redeemer a little bit of a change up there and allowing the ball to drop in the backcourt.
A point is a point is a point. Big hit there, but a bigger block. That's going to be deflected. Point for the Royals.
Yeah, once again, Humber they're doing so well at getting in the face of the Redeemer Royals hitters. Unfortunately, they're just not quite getting enough of the block on that one.
Daniel Wolford, he's been one of the better players here for Redeemer. Kim puts that one up for Gomes. Oh, my. Not fair. Not fair when Gomes can do that.
Yeah, that one, that's a little cheeky there, as that one, he putting it behind him, almost doing a little bit of a back set tip point. Either way, Gomes is going to take it.
Someone forgot to take the cheat codes off Jake Gomes. Here he goes with the serve. Just clears the net. Nice hit there. A big one by Stoffers.
Yeah, Stoffers showing off his ability to swing there, is absolutely laying that one down.
Winklehorst getting a chance to serve here. Hawks still up by 5. It's 12-7. That one just barely missed. Looked like it might have caught the line, but that line judge saying no.
Yeah, Razor Sadiku right there in the back of the court making that call all the way. Pretty good eyes there, as yeah, that one was a pretty close one there.
There's the chicken wing. A few of the players on the Humber bench dood along with him. Set up here. Blocked right away. Royals with another chance. Kim puts it up. Bowen sets it up right for Crowder. No mistake there.
Yeah, Maximum Crowder continuing his dominating play here after having a career high 14 points a couple of week ago there in Sudbury. Doing it again here right now.
Sadiku getting ready to serve. Right into the net though. Royals still trailing, this time by 6. 14-8. Hawks lead in the third set. They're up 2-0. Serve misses, and the serve will go back to the Hawks. And they regain that 7-point lead, 15-8.
Yeah, once again, just those unforced errors coming to bite Redeemer in the butt a little bit. As those free points that you give Humber really just allow them to be a little bit more comfortable and allow them to experiment a little bit more on the court, as we now see Colin Skanes check into this one.
Intercept there, a big hit. Nice job going diagonally cross court. And a point for the Royals. Trevor Koch serving. Bowen sets that one up. Big hit there by Silva Ferreira. That sent the Royals scrambling, and the Hawks get the point back, up by 7 once again.
And it's going to send Joshua Fadari to the service line.
Fadari serve. Up and over. Too powerful to handle. Just too much. That's Joshua Fadari.
Yeah, Joshua Fadari coming into this one tied for second on the team with service aces with 15, adding another one to his name there.
Another heater. That one misses the court, though.
Yeah, Joshua Fadari, oh so good at really honing in on that back line there, that baseline that he just really tries to attack.
Stauffer's serve, that's good. Bowen sets that up, Silva Ferreira, that's blocked. Diving play there, Bowen puts it up once again. Play there, nice shot. That's Xavier Reed.
Yeah, Xavier Reed getting his first touch of the game, making the most of it there. And that gives Humber another point, now up 18-10.
Silva Ferreira getting ready to serve. Humber up a big 8 points here. Big hit there, but that misses. Hawks up by 9. That's the most they've been up in this set.
Yeah, Hawks looking to close this one out here. There's only a few more points to go. Hawks looking absolutely dominant in this game through the first 2 sets.
Silva Ferreira serve right into the net, unfortunately. They'll get Redeemer back within 8 here, but they're running out of chances.
Slowly running out of lives as Wayne Wilkins starts to shuffle in a few bench players here just to get them into the game.
Serve misses. Doesn't get much easier than that for Humber.
Yeah, and pretty good serve there by Stauffer. Just unfortunate there, just leaking out the back end. Wasn't able to find that back line.
Serve there by Colin Skanes. Haven't seen much of him today. Shot misses. Hawks up by 10.
Yeah, from the little we've seen of number 9, Brett Jenkins, he's usually been pretty consistent there. Able to get the ball into the Humber side of the court. Just that time there from the back court. Unable to find it.
Skanes, let's see what he could do this time. Misses on the far side. I'll get Redeemer back within 9. The Humber 4 points away from taking this match.
Yeah, so far through this one, Humber making pretty quick work of the 6th placed Redeemer Royals.
Wolfert, here's a serve. Bowen sets it up. Sadiku, a nice floater. Royals onto that one. Floater over the net, just out of the reach of Kim.
Yeah. Stauffer's saying anything you can do, I can do better. As Stauffer's making good on that little tip floater over top of the Humber block.
I'll send Wolfert back to the service line. He's been pretty successful there today. Kept alive. Bowen sets it up. It's Xavier Reed. Big hit deflected out of bounds. And the Hawks are just 3 points away now from taking it.
Yeah, big hit there by Xavier Reed. Haven't seen too much of him in this one. But even though Xavier Reed sporting one of the best kills per set with almost 3.
Bowen serve, that's good. It's over here, big hit, but right into the block. It's gonna land out of bounds though. Redeemer's just down by 8.
Yeah, Redeemer not giving up by any means. They're just trying to still fight their way back in it, as they know that all it takes really is a pretty decent run from the service line to pull themselves into this one.
Yeah, they need 8 points here while giving up 2 or less just to stay alive. Sadiku. That's good. Another point for the Hawks, just 2 points away from snatching this one.
Yeah, it was a good try there by Winklehorse, as a little bit of a deflection off the block kind of threw him off. Wasn't able to get that pass. As yeah, Humber only 2 more points away to finish this one off.
Another strong serve there, set up. That one just barely catches the back line. Nice play there by the Royals.
Yeah, the Humber bench maybe thinking that one might have gone out the back end, but the line umpire says otherwise, as that's going to bring Brett Jenkins to the line.
Just barely clears the net. Bowen keeps it up. Free ball here for the Royals. They're scrambling though. It's a double touch. The Hawks now just 1 point away from taking this one.
Unfortunate there, as it looked like Wildeboer doing a really good job making the play, even though he's looking like he was down and out on the court. Unfortunate there that he was called for the 2-hand touch. But either way, Humber will take it. Jazz Coran Kelsey checking into this one. 6'10", Rexdale native.
Biggest man on the court. Royals trying to set it up. Big play there. Hawks onto that one. Bit of a free ball here for the Royals. Right into the block. They'll try it again. Big hit there, but way wide, and that will do it. Humber Hawks sweeping this one 3-0. And another great night here in the Hawks Nest when it comes to volleyball.
Yeah, very good few hours here for the Humber Hawks as the ladies take their games 3-0, and the men do the same here, as a really good game by the entire Humber Hawks team as they were getting everybody in on the action.
Matt, a great game overall. A lot of these Hawks players having really great performances here tonight, but who do you give the player of the game to?
I'm not too sure. You could probably give it to a bunch. I mean, Jake Gomes could probably get it. Blakey could probably get it. Silva Ferreira could probably, even Crowder could probably get it as well. But I think, for me, I think I would probably go with Maximum Crowder just because, he's doing a really good job carrying that momentum from last week in Sudbury, playing at home, to coming into his home gym and continuing that sort of momentum.
A look here as the Humber Redeemer players exchange handshakes here. Great sportsmanship. Yeah, it is tough to say, but I think my player of the game would have to go to Jake Gomes just for capturing the 4th spot all-time in service aces as we had to look at some of the highlights. And Rezard Sadiq being named player of the game here. Once again, you can't go wrong with any of these.
Not a bad choice at all. He had a pretty good game on both sides of the ball, had a few aces. Another good, solid game by Rezard Sadiq and the entire Humber Hawks lineup.
And we'll be back for one final volleyball game here. That'll be on Sunday starting at 1 o'clock versus St. Clair on the Hawk Sports Network. For myself, Andrew Milani, Matt Caldwell, and the rest of us here at HSN, thank you. We'll see you soon.